Hello, great leaders. Thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity to stand before you. In 2015, we had a general election in my country, and there was a regime change. For the first time, the incumbent was defeated, and we thought that was it, we've arrived. However, thereafter, I didn't see my friend Uche for over a year. So early 2017, I ran into him in a shopping mall, and I was like, where have you been? And he's like, are you the only one in this country who doesn't know what is going on? I'm a businessman, and I've been running away from my creditors. Since this government came into power, it's been from bad to worse. Companies are folding. Investors are running away. People are committing suicide. Poverty is increasing. My business is about to shut down, and I'll finally run away if nothing drastic happens. I told him, well, I know all that. Is there anything new? He said, is that all you're going to say? I said, well, if you want me to say more, let me ask you a question. Did you contest the last election? He said, no. Did you mobilize support for a candidate in the last election? He said, no. So did you vote in the last election? He said, no. I said, well, you gave us the government you're complaining about. And then he goes, I'm not a politician, so why do you blame me? I said, well, as said, I think it was Judge Nathan who said that bad leaders are elected by good citizens who don't vote. And that was his case. That is the problem of the democracy we practice in Africa. Political apathy is a problem. Because of political apathy, we allow the worst of us to lead the best of us and the rest of us. One decision by a political office holder will affect everybody, irrespective of your sphere. Be you a businessman, be you the nonprofit, whatever it is you do, just one decision. And as such, I think that the political business, political leadership business is so critical and so important that it should not be allowed for politicians alone. I think that everybody should be involved in how we decide who leads us. I grew up with the blame game. Starting up, we started blaming the colonial masters, how they underdeveloped Africa. Thereafter, we got our independence, and then the military dictators took over. We started blaming them. Thereafter, we migrated to democracy, and then we started blaming the politicians. Now there are a new group of persons to blame, China. And the truth is that China, in collaboration with our uninformed leaders, are exploiting Africa. And if we don't rise up to compete, we don't rise up to take responsibility, it will be worse than what the colonial masters did to us. That is the truth. And so it is time for us, as leaders, young African leaders, to take responsibility. Being here shows that we have been empowered. The question is, do we have the number that is required to change Africa? It is your responsibility, it is my responsibility to go back to our various countries and raise other leaders. Don't just duplicate yourself. Multiply yourself so that we can have the critical mass that is required to make the change we want to see in Africa. It is over for blame game. We have blamed for decades, and nothing has changed. It is time to take responsibility. I have decided to change the questions we ask, because usually when things go wrong, we say, what have they done? What has the government done? What are they doing? And what are they going to do? The question we should be asking now is, what have I done? What am I doing? Preach. What am I going to do for Africa to be better? We are the ones to change the narrative. We are the ones to take responsibility. The problem of Africa is irresponsibility. And And from today, I urge us that we take responsibility for our communities, for our states, for our countries. I have come to realize that the new competition is cooperation. No single country in Africa can do it all. But if we come together as young African leaders and take responsibility, we will build the Africa of our dream. Thank you very much.